Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. I feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Every walk of life, every creed and color, attention we unite in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. 2, 3.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Let's give some love to this band, yes? Music director Joe Cinquina, also on bass and vocals today. Woo! He has so many hats, and they're all so stylish. We have John Ditter back on drums. Welcome back, John, yes. Lauren Dechtenberg on keys, also on vocals and doing our reading. He too has many hats, but we don't see them as often. And today we have Eric subbing for sound for us, so thanks for making us all sound good, Mr. Eric. So Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is
Always the answer.
Yes, you got it. That's right. If you are joining us online, we want to say good morning and welcome to our virtual global community. And let us know where you are tuning in from. Say hello in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And those of you in the room as well, we invite you to take out your phone, check in on social media, take pictures, videos, whatever you like. Just make sure you silence your phone and use those hashtags Ahava Center and follow us at Ahava CSL. So who are we? We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. We are an open and affirming community. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, know that you are absolutely welcome here. I am Reverend Rainbow, your spiritual director, and it is so wonderful to see all the beautiful faces in the room and feel all the love from online. So welcome, welcome. If you are here for the first time, we extend a special greeting knowing that your presence here makes a difference. So thank you for being here and sharing your energy with us. We have a gift for you. All you have to do is raise your hand. So anyone here for the first time? Welcome. All right. Well, let's give ourselves some love. And make sure to stick around after service for some coffee and tea and fellowship. We are so grateful for the many hearts and hands that come together to create this beloved space. And if you are one of our volunteers, give yourself another little pat on the back, and let's give everyone some love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, volunteers. We are going to be having a volunteer training at the end of this month, Sunday, January 29th. So if you are interested in getting more involved, this will be a great way to learn and sign up to be of service to your community. We're going to do some training around everything from the camera to the live stream to serving coffee and taking out the trash. It involves everything, right? So many hearts make light work. You can see Jean, she's on our core council in the back there, and as well as Reverend Cynthia. They're going to be leading that volunteer training at the end of the month and get connected to be on a service team. It's a lot of fun. You get to get here early and kind of, be in a little behind the scenes action. All right, so what we know is that we are all a reflection of one another. So what I invite you to do now is to turn to someone, perhaps someone you don't know very well, and maybe with your hands over your heart, say, thank you for being a reflection of me. Yes. So many beautiful lights reflecting in this room. We have an amazing vision and purpose here as well, so I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community.
Committed to global transformation.
Committed to global transformation.
Through personal evolution.
Through personal evolution.
And our purpose statement, let's do this one together. Ready? Wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right. And today's affirmation is, I am a living embodiment of divine intelligence. Let's say that together. I am a living embodiment of divine intelligence. Yes. So we're now going to move into our centering song and our opening prayer, which will be led by practitioner Patty Cooper this morning.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within
loving spirit, that universal voice, dwells in each and every one of us. I recognize that there is only one life, one energy, one source of everything. Today, I know that one as divine intelligence. I know it as love, peace, freedom, wholeness. And knowing that that is the truth of the one, it has to be the truth of me, and it is absolutely the truth of each person hearing my voice right here, right now. And I know that this service today is blessed. And I bless our minister, Reverend Rainbow. I bless our musicians. I bless all of the people who came together and created this service. So blessings abound. I know that the divine in each person here greets the divine in everyone else. And I let it be by saying, and so it is.
Loving Spirit dwells through me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells as me, now and evermore.
Today's reading is a twofer. The first part of it is a small quote by William Stafford. There's a thread you follow. It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. And then this by Parker Palmer. Sooner or later, everything falls away. You, the work you've done, your successes, large and small, your failures too, those moments when you were light alongside the times you became one with the night, the friends, the people who loved you, those who might have wished you ill. None of this is forever. All of it is soon to go, or going, or long gone. Everything falls away, except the thread you've followed, unknowing all along, the thread that strings together all you've been and done, the thread you didn't know you were tracking until toward the end you see that the thread is what stays as everything else falls away. Follow that thread as far as you can, and you'll find that it does not end, but weaves into the unimaginable vastness of life. Your life never was the solo turn it seemed to be. It was always part of the great weave of nature and humanity. an immensity we come to know only as we follow our own small threads to the place where they merge with the boundless whole. Each of our threads runs its course, then joins in life together, this magnificent tapestry, this masterpiece in which we live forever.
When I was a boy, each week, on Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Not so small, but an even better magic trick, that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips. But now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven second rate, hand me down. But I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. A questioning child's face, say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come, say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, laying like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out. Things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. Used to be a world half dead, second-rate hand-me-down, but I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now.
Yes. So let's take that deep breath. Breathing in to the sacredness of this now moment. Recognizing the holiness, the wholeness of the one life. Right here, right now. Look around the room to recognize the everyday miracles that are present here as each and every one of us, knowing that truly everything is holy now. You don't have to go to a church or a vortex in Sedona to feel the Spirit. It's right here. Yet, when we come together, there's something that happens when we merge our energies that is something beyond that which we can experience when we are alone. So the together and the alone and all of the above is holy, yes? So happy 2023. Yes, we are kicking off a new theme for this year, and it is called Living Out Loud. Sounds fun, right? I'm ready. And what I was reflecting on, I found myself not just reflecting on this past year and kind of what's to come. It felt like the end of a cycle in a way. It was like I can't just reflect on 2022 without backing up all the way to 2020. And this healing journey that we have all been on as a collective. 2020 brought us to our knees as a society. What we thought was going to be another year of setting our regular intentions or resolutions, perhaps to eat healthier, meditate more, go to the gym. All of those things, we started out with such good intentions in the beginning of 2020, and then all of a sudden everything got flipped. And new priorities emerged, and we had to quickly pivot. Suddenly, our intention maybe was to buy toilet paper. Do we have enough toilet paper, right? So everything kind of went, and such is this great mystery of life. Just when we think we have it all figured out, or just when we think we have it all under control and everything's in its perfect place, its perfect order, we have our plan laid out for our lives, the universe reminds us of its true nature, and therefore our true nature, which is that of constant change. We are always growing and expanding. It is the very nature of who we are. We can't stay stagnant for too long and still thrive. If we look at the natural world as an example, even though it may not appear to the naked eye, there is always movement, there is always growth. And if something is stagnant too long, it will not survive. And yes, there are seasons in our lives that require the stillness, the turning within, the resting, reflecting, in order to rejuvenate in the comfort of the darkness. Everything has its place. And so when I look back at 2020 as this kind of start of a new cycle in our collective unfoldment, if I were to give it a title, I'd probably call it the Great Reset or the Great Pause, right? It's like everything kind of stopped. And then we had the opportunity to notice. Instead of just going along through the motions and the everyday speed of life, we had to pause and then intentionally reset. So then that led us into 2021, when we thought everything was going to go back to normal, right? Remember that first, beginning of 2021, we're like, all right, let's just throw that dumpster fire of a year 2020 away, and we're going to start out anew. This is going to be our year, right? Until we realize there is no going back. We must embrace a new normal, because the world and humanity and us, we have been forever changed, because we aren't stagnant beings. It's counterintuitive to who we are to stay in the same place. And I don't just mean physically, but to stay in the same place spiritually, emotionally, for our whole lives. So when 2021 comes, we are in the process of realizing, okay, everything's changed. We must embrace a new normal. And 2022, this last year, at least for me, this was the year of questioning everything. Everything I thought I knew, I began to question and rediscover, does this belief still work for me? Is this still true? Does this way of doing things still work for this world and the desire I have for this world that works for everyone? I began to question everything, and from there, make new conscious choices and recalibrate our energy to this new vibration of humanity. And fittingly, is that a word? I don't know. Fittingly, we'll use it. The CSL global theme for 2022 was Living Everyday Wonder. And it invited us each month to look at a different aspect of our life, everything from our finances and relationships and all these different parts of our life through the lens of curiosity and wonder. And to get to embrace a new way of being in a very practical way in relationship to who we are. And what a journey it's been, yes? Lots of ups and downs and ebbs and flows and backs and forths. And we're all still here. We may not be the same, but we are still here. And as much as we think we may know what 2023 is going to bring, the only thing we can really be certain of is that there will be more opportunities to surrender to this great mystery of life. More opportunities to embrace the uncertainty and humility, to embrace curiosity, and to realize that we don't know as much about this thing called life that perhaps we thought we did. And yes, science has made some great discoveries, especially in the field of quantum physics and quantum mechanics, yes? Everything we thought we knew about this world and this kind of Newtonian worldview of matter and being solid, it's all changing. Yes, because everything is really waves and sometimes particles and space, lots of space between. We are all vibration, and therefore we are always moving and changing and evolving. We are not as fixed as we once believed we were to be. We are constantly molding and shaping our own lives through our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs and our actions. And our cells are constantly dying and regrowing, with the average life of our cells being just 7 to 10 years old. And yet, we tend to keep showing up the same ways. If we are telling ourselves the same stories about ourselves, if we are believing the same things that we have come to know about ourselves or that we have been told about ourselves, we will keep showing up the same. But it doesn't have to be this way. Because we are vibration, we are changing. We are always rebuilding and regrowing. What if we were like a computer and we could hit that factory reset button and reboot completely? I feel like on this mass level, that is what this pandemic has done for us, right? We have been given that opportunity. If we choose to press that button, we can reboot not only our own lives, but the collective consciousness. If we choose to harvest the learning of everything that has come before and use it as fuel for our personal and collective transformation to begin again, planting new seeds in that fertile ground, renewed and yet firmly rooted. I love the image of a tree. Right? It's roots that go deep into the ground, drawing upon the nutrient-rich soil. The ways that all the roots are connected through the mycelium and the fungi forest, that wood wide web. And then you have the solid trunk, right? That steadiness that appears solid and firm. Yet from that, branches that are flexible and flowing and moving, branches that reach up to the sky and out in unique crooks and crannies and ways of expressing itself so that no two trees are exactly alike. This is the very essence of who we are. We are firmly rooted, we are deeply connected to all, and yet we stand uniquely as an individual, and we grow in our own unique ways of expressing. We are one, but we are not the same. Our unique ways of being on this planet at this time is needed. It is valued. We are being called to not just talk about spirituality and awakening, but to wake up to the truth of who we are and to live life to the fullest, to live out loud. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes when I hear this idea of living life to the fullness, I get excited and I feel an energy bubbling up. But I notice that it's very much attached to doing. So I want to deconstruct that a little bit because, if anything we learned from the past few years, at least for me, it was to slow down. That what we do in the world does not equal our value, but it is simply being. Who we are is enough. So it's like I have this opportunity, right? And I invite you to think about, what does living life to the fullness mean to you? because no one can tell you except you. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean doing all the fun things. It might. But the fullness, living life to the fullest, is allowing the expression of spirit and the divine to have its way as your life in whatever ways you allow it to be. No one can tell you what your full self-expression is, but something within you knows. And if you choose to listen and act upon that knowing, you will feel when you are living your life to the fullest, when you are living out loud. This idea of living out loud also brings about not just talking about it, but living it, right? Our beliefs, are these spiritual principles. What would it mean to live those out loud such that your life is a reflection of this spiritual teaching? That people are coming to you being like, wow, what is going on? What are you doing? You know, like your life is just like flowing. So that's what it means to live out loud, to be a living demonstration of the truth, to embody the truth. So for me, this coming year, the energy, the words that are coming up is integration. Is right. It's like integrating all that we've been through, recalibrating and embodying, and then expressing. Integrating all that we've experienced so far in order to bring the spiritual truth into full expression. We've been through this cycle of pausing and turning within, of questioning all that we know to be true and real. And now we are reemerging anew from a place of conscious awareness. We are waking up from the status quo living, from the sleepwalking through our day, and we are being called to live life out loud in full color, in full expression, allowing the divine to move through us in this dance called life. So this month, our theme is root and reboot. And throughout the next few Sundays, we're going to look at going deep into the roots of our spiritual teaching, going back to some of these basic concepts of oneness, of interconnection, of love, of life, of what is God's spirit? Who am I? And what does that mean in relationship? So we are going to root down into the spiritual truths in order to then reboot and begin again. When I saw the title, the theme for this month, Root and Reboot, I'm a very visual person, and it reminded me of the Magic School Bus. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with this, if you have children, or perhaps you remember from your childhood. It's been around a while. So the Magic School Bus is this cartoon, right? And the teacher, Miss Frizzle, she gets the students into their bus and they go on a field trip. And whatever they're learning about, all of a sudden the bus shrinks down and they get to be like in the body or in the ocean or, you know, big or small and discover something. So I just keep thinking of this like root and reboot of like shrinking down in the Magic School Bus and going deep, deep into my center. And then hanging out in that field trip for as long as it's needed, down there in the deep core of Mother Earth, in the dark, dormant spot, until enough time has passed to harvest the learning from that experience. And then C, to me, it shows up as a big red button, kind of like those like, meh, what was that button that staples that? Easy, yeah. I don't know. So this is the image I get. So I go down and I'm in this little seed in the deep of the earth, and I'm just quiet and still. And then all of a sudden, there's this red button that appears. But instead of having easy, it's a reboot button. So root and reboot. Boop, press that button, and then whoosh, into expression. So are you ready to press that reboot button? Or perhaps you need a little bit more time to root, to anchor in. You will know. We've planted the seeds. We've nurtured the soil. We've dealt with the second crop, the weeds that have come up, showing us that which no longer serves, those systems in our world that need to be. And now we are ready to harvest the learning and to blossom into the fullest expression of who we are here to be and the highest vibration for all of humanity. Knowing that all is energy, all is vibration, all is one. And yet we are a unique expression, experiencing God's spirit life and allowing God to get to know itself more fully through us. Ever evolving, ever changing, because we are unrepeatable. We are a unique expression of the one. Dr. Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of the Science of Mind teaching, that is our core root teaching, he says, no two people are alike. And yet all people are rooted in that which is identical. As you enter your garden and observe the bamboo tree, the grapefruit, and the many other variations of form, you see each is rooted in the one creative soil, and each is individualizing out of this creative soil that which is unique. So this awareness of our oneness with spirit, with all of life, all of creation, is the truth that we are rooted in, and the truth that we are being called forth to reveal more fully in our everyday lives. If we are rooted in this awareness and remember this truth that we are all connected, it will inform our actions, our words, our deeds in such a way that our collective experience can be a reflection of that truth. It's been messy, but it's happening, y'all. This recalibration, this new vibration is emerging through us. And when we are rooted in this truth, from there, just like that tree, we are solid yet flexible. But we are connected to all and cannot forget who we are. Once we wake up to this truth, there is no going back. There is only the new normal. And that too is temporary because we are always growing and expanding. So my hope is that this reboot is about humanity remembering our interconnection. That this reboot is about all beings understanding what it means to be inextricably bound to one another, including Mother Nature herself, such that our actions reflect that understanding, such that our systems and our ways of being and gathering and expressing our everyday ways of being is an expression of this oneness. We remember to drink from the rich soil that provides the nutrients through its roots, to remain grounded in our spiritual principle of oneness and allow this to inform all that we do, be, and become. And then take inspired action with compassion and kindness. So this new year is a time to reset, to reboot, and to re-emerge anew, to contemplate how spiritual principle applies to our lives and how we can make a meaningful impact in our world. Not just talking about it, but living it. Embodying oneness and love from that place of deep knowing that it is who we are. Living from this awareness and honoring the great mystery of life, rooted in truth, and honoring each being as a unique expression of life, exactly where they are. All we have is this eternal now moment. We've been given this opportunity to co-create our lives. So why hold back? Let's go deep and go high. Deep within our roots in order to grow high to the sky with our branches, and turn within to listen and contemplate, to be still and to commune with the power of the universe that resides within you. Asking Spirit to show itself in your life. A great way to do this is through our practice called visioning. We have the opportunity to do that today. We have a visioning workshop after service. We're going to ask the questions of what is Spirit's highest vision for my life now? What do I need to release and let go of in order for this vision to be fully realized? What must I become and embody? So notice how it feels when you are deeply rooted and connected. What are you doing in those moments? Pay attention what it feels like to simply be present with yourself, with God. To rest in the deep comfort of Mother Earth and remember who you are. Notice the moments when you find peace. Perhaps it's in reading a spiritual passage, going for a walk, or witnessing the miracles of nature all around us through the sunsets and sunrise, through the snow, the rain, the wind, all of it. Taking time for quiet reflection. Cultivating this curiosity and this awareness. And conversely, remain awake to those moments when you feel disconnected. What are you doing in those moments? Where's your headspace? What are you focusing on? And then what can you do to bring yourself back to your center and ground yourself in spiritual truth? Awareness is key, and awareness is curative. So this week, your invitation is to examine your world with curiosity and take time to contemplate your own spiritual roots, your own beliefs and ideas about the depths of your own being and the oneness with all life. Notice where Spirit is showing up in your life right now. Pay attention to how God speaks in your life and commit to living your life out loud because no one else can, right? I can only be me. And it's up to you to be you, for you are the one that we've been waiting for. And we are all here for such a time as this, yes? So let's say yes to 2023 and bring it into prayer. Again, taking a nice deep breath. Allowing the mind to settle. Dropping down all the information that has just been shared. And allowing the energy now to move from the head into the heart. Embodying the essence of this message of love, of oneness, of curiosity, of possibility. quieting the mind, opening the heart. Notice the energy in your body. Be like that magic school bus going into the space between the waves and the particles and the vibration that come together uniquely as this life called rainbow, called insert your name. Knowing and recognizing that there is one energy, one essence, one presence permeating in, as, and through all of life, as love, as joy, as peace, as freedom, as creativity, as pure potentiality. So we come together in the awareness of this oneness. As I speak this word, knowing that I am love. I am peace, I am freedom, I am joy, I am creativity. And as I know this to be true for myself, this must be true for each and every one of us. For truly, we are one. There is one thing happening right here, right now, this energy, this vibration of life, of love, of God, of spirit, of whatever word works for you, bubbling up into expression through each of us. So today we affirm the truth by knowing we are inextricably bound to one another. We affirm the freedom, the joy, the love, the creativity expressing in, as, and through us in all areas of our life. We rest when we are called to rest. We reflect when we are called to reflect. And we take inspired action when we are moved to act. So grateful. So grateful to know this truth, so grateful to recognize the oneness of life shining through each and every beloved being. Saying yes to life, saying yes to living out loud in whatever way Spirit has intended for each of our lives. So I take a breath of gratitude. So grateful for the fulfillment of this prayer as I release it into the action of the law that always says yes, 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 my beloved, it is done. It is so, and so it is.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry
happen. Yes. All right. Okay, trees, you can be rooted again. Thanks for having some fun with me. All right, so we're now going to move into our time of conscious giving. We are going to pass the basket in the room, and if you are online, there's several ways you can give as well. You can text the word GIVE to 859-209-6996. You can go to our website and press that give button or mail in your gifts as well. So we give from the overflow, knowing that we can never outgive the infinite source of all life. And that by giving, we know that we have. So let us affirm this truth together by repeating after me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava, knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
Take us there, Lorne.
The sun is shining, the birds are singing a sweet song.
All right, so a reminder that our visioning workshop is today after service. You have a little bit of time if you want to grab something to eat. We're going to start at 12:30, and then we're going to make visioning boards as well. Also, later this afternoon, Mom and Pop Co-op, led by Bernadette, is going to be hosting open mic, open heart from 4 to 7. So you could spend the whole day with us if you like. It's good stuff happening. Next Sunday is our annual meeting, directly following service, and community potluck. So bring a dish and plan to stick around. Hear the vision for our coming year at Ahava, reflect on our past, vote in new core council members, look at the budget, all that good fun stuff you will want to be here for next week. And especially if you are a member, we need you to sign in and say, I am here. We are doing the Martin Luther King March for Freedom again in downtown Lexington. It is back after a hiatus from COVID. It is Monday, March 16th. We are going to meet at 11 a.m. for brunch if you want to gather first at Triangle Cafe. It's I think in the Hilton. And then we'll walk over, and the march is from 12 to 1 to 2, and then there's a program at 2. So anyway, we're going to be sending out more information, and Cynthia has, you can talk to her as well, and there's sign-up sheets out there if you want to march with us, so we can make sure we have your contact information to know who to look for. What else is going on? We have our ongoing events, our grief group, the first Saturday of the month on Zoom. We have our queering spirituality group. We have our Wednesday night meditation, metaphysical discussion, our Tuesday night A Course in Miracles group. So get plugged in, many ways to do that. And I'm going to now invite up Alois, and she's going to tell you about an opportunity for a class coming up. Ooh.
Good morning. So, on January 26th, we're going to do the Financial Peace University course again with Dave Ramsey on Thursday night at 6:30. It's a 6-week-long course, and I've done this 2 other times, and it was very, very successful, and it touched my heart and my soul to no end. And it was so fun to see people actually at the end of 6 weeks walk out of here with a smile on their face and a little kick in their heels and a whole new outlook. And since this is a new year and the pandemic is now hopefully behind us, that maybe we can go upward and onward with a new outlook and new generation of energy and feeling. So with that said, if you would like to come up and talk to me about that, I'd be more than happy. There's a sign-up sheet here, so I can get kind of a heads up on how many people are actually looking at considering this. There is no fee, no charge. I don't believe in that. Number one, so many people sometimes have too many credit cards and they can't afford it, but not in this case. So the idea is to let go and let our freedom ring. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Alois. Yes. So sign up for Financial Peace University, and we are going to let that financial freedom flow through. And now, let us invite in our youth.
We love you. You're the shining star. Wonderful. Just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred space. We love you just the way you are. We love you just the way you are.
Oh, man, I forgot to bring the book out, but today we read a book called There's Only One Me, and it was about these little fish in the ocean, and so Sage is going to share our affirmation today.
There is only one me.
I said you. We did a couple projects today. Banyan, did you bring it to show? Did you bring everyone to show what it is?
I forgot to bring it.
Okay, we did one of those, like you put water on it and color reveal, and there were sharks underneath, so just kind of have fun and fit with our theme. Cadence, what else did we do?
We made these cool fish things.
Our own fish bowls.
You can use crayons, or I whip paper up.
Very
Make sand.
So we just had a really fun, look at Oiza's. Oiza, show yours. Yay! She even did it all by herself. She's growing up. So anyway, thank you so much. We had a great discussion about There's Only One Me. And yeah, thanks a lot. That's all. Go back, guys.
All right, so let us stand and affirm as we bring our service to a close. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am
I
it.
share it.
I share it.
Just the way it appears,
Just the way it appears.
and just the way it appears not.
Just the way it appears now.
Thank you, life.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
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 Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
I want to thank everyone for coming out today and for watching online. You all made some great trees, and we're not going to ask you to leave, but instead stay for the visioning song.